Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. Talking to you guys today about why they will love you on retention, semen retention. Men and women alike will start to just love you when you go on semen retention. And all of this just has to go through all of the actions that you're doing indirectly and who you are becoming on a subconscious level, because this world is based off of energetic vibes and subconscious, and it's based off the subconscious vibes that you're giving off to people remember how you make them feel and the subconscious vibes that you're pretty much giving off into the world. And people don't really remember what you're consciously saying. That's not what's going to hold weight. What holds weight is the subconscious triggers, the subconscious vibes, the subconscious body language, and the subconscious everything. And that's how people remember you. So the best way to do this is to be a master of body language, be a master of energy, be a master of subconscious triggers. This is how people really truly remember you, because people only remember somebody on how they make them feel. That's the only thing. That's pretty much what holds weight. So they will love you on semen retention. And like I said, men and women will love you on retention. Because you're finally carrying out your divine masculine role. For some odd reason, when you decide to retain, you're carrying out your divine essence, your divine masculine role. You're just acting the part. You're nonchalant, laid back, you're protective, you're enthusiastic, you're charismatic, you're a deep thinker, you're intriguing, you go in depth. You start realizing everything that happens to you is there to teach you something. You never have a pout on your face. You're always increasing. You're always becoming somebody. You're always becoming something. People are finding this more attractive. You're increasing your life. You're going to a destination instead of always just having a very negative attitude. You're having a more positive attitude. The reason this is because when you go on take retention, you just have a lot more dopamine in your body. The dopamine in your brain receptors is circulating. So every single thing that you do is just a little bit more fun. You start looking at life with a different perspective. You're laid back, you're nonchalant, you're living from the abundant state of mind. So like I said, you don't really complain as much. You have less complaints because you're just living in a very, even if things don't see physically like you want them to, you still have an optimistic attitude. And this is the best thing that you can do for yourself, having an optimistic attitude, because there's so many things that happen and people are just not satisfied with. But if you have an optimistic attitude, regardless of anything that happens, you're always gonna be okay, just because you're living from the abundance. Like I said before, there's two types of mindsets that you can live from: the creative mind and the competitive mind. The competitive mind is the mindset that you have to see things physically to be able to believe it. The creative mind is the mindset where things happen in the invisible world before they manifest in the physical world. There's a lot of gestation that happens where you hold a thought, and since you're on retention, everything just becomes more amplified. You hold a thought, and then there's a gestation period, there's a waiting period, and then eventually what you were thinking about maybe a couple weeks ago, or maybe even a couple days ago, you will start seeing the physical manifestations of them right in your very eyes when you're no longer worried about it anymore. This is pretty much how you're creating your life, based on your habitual thought patterns. Everything that you focus on is somehow getting brought to you. So you might as well dwell on the best. You might as well focus on the best, because if you tend to dwell on the positive side of things, the optimistic way of living, you're going to finally see the physical evidence eventually. So there's really no reason to ever be pouty, because you have this information. You know that everything is temporary. Everything will always come full circle when you're ready for it. There is law of divine timing. Okay, so like I said, the reason why men will love you is because you're inspiring them to do better. You're becoming a role model. You're becoming someone that is sought after. You become someone who has high value in the marketplace. And since you're doing this, People find you just more attractive. People are looking at you for the answers. They're asking you questions. They want to know how you got to where you want to be, where you were. And now you're asking, you're someone who is sought after, and they're seeking information from you. You have a means to a better way of life. You're known as an advancing man. You're always increasing your life. You always have information that people want to know, and people like the person who has information, who can show them a better means, a better way of living their life. People are attracted to this type of person. People aren't attracted to people who are lazy, people who don't have any information, people who don't have anything figured out, and people who are not going anywhere, and people who are always complaining. But when you decide to retain, you're literally becoming the opposite of this person, and energetically, you're giving out vibes to the world that you're a high valuable man, and you'll start attracting higher valuable things in your life just because of the energetic vibes that you're giving off. So like I said, woman will love you on retention because you're carrying out, because you're carrying out your divine masculine role. And there isn't a lot of people like this. Guys are always complaining. They're always distracted. They're always doing things that just don't mean anything. They're never purposeful. They're never intriguing enough. They're boring. And you're literally becoming the opposite of this. You're becoming someone who has high energy, who you can see the movement in himself. You can see the energetic oomph that he is giving off. You can see that he wants to get somewhere. He is someone known as a non-drifter. He's getting to a place, regardless of what anybody is telling him. He is going somewhere. This is who you're becoming when you decide to retain. You're literally changing the hardwired way of how you used to be living life. You're literally changing now. And this is pretty impressive because, like I said, people never like to change, regardless if anything works or not, or if it doesn't work. They're always never changing. But you're changing. You're becoming someone better. You're becoming someone who is sought after. You're becoming valuable. You're just becoming a higher valuable person. Like I said, semen retention changes the brain anatomy of your brain. You're going through a rewiring process. You're finally, because now you're not digesting yourself with PMO all the time. You find a lot of fun in the small things. You find human to human interaction pretty fun. You have more confidence. You can speak to people in a public place. You're never shallow. You're never playing it safe. You just, like I said, you're just becoming someone who is very, very popular. You're no longer scared anymore. You're giving your authentic self to the world, and people are really attracted to this. You might even start realizing, because this happened to me yesterday, people will start conversations with you just because you're becoming someone who looks like he's friendly. He looks like he might know a couple things just because of like I said, the confidence that you're giving off. You're becoming a confident human being. People are definitely attracted to someone who's confident, someone who looks like they have things, that they know some things. Like I said, you're known as a problem solver because your thoughts are aligned with the Most High. So even the things that happen to you, you never really take it as, oh, this is the end of the world. You always know that maybe it's teaching you something. Everything, there's no else. There's only lessons. Your thoughts are finally aligned with the Most High. You have a closer connection to the source. So you start realizing the obstacles that come in your way are literally just teaching you to approach maybe life in a different way. Maybe some of the things that you were doing in the past they're not working out as well. So you're becoming an innovator. You're becoming a problem solver. You're just becoming someone who is an attractive human being because of your values, your behaviors, your attitude, your habits, and just what you really pay attention to. Because people pay attention to, like I said, people pay attention to things that don't really matter. But you're different. You're becoming someone who is a lot more, someone who has things that, like I said, you have things that are figured out. You're just going somewhere. You're getting 1% better every day. You're getting 1% better every day. Rome was not built in a day. They keep stacking bricks on bricks on bricks until eventually something big happens. Like I said, you see a problem as a hurdle, not the end of the world, and you're becoming a natural born leader. You want to act out a little. You're just, like I said, you're becoming more confident. You want to make impact. And this is why they love you, because people just, like I said, people just like to play it safe. They're conservative. They're not really going overtime in their self-improvement journey. They're doing things the same way every single, like a clock. It's the same thing every single day. It's never really increasing. They're never really finding out anything else. They're never really applying knowledge, because like I said, they said knowledge is power, but actually applied knowledge is power. Like if you know something and you apply it and then you get results, you literally, this is the cheat code to life. Because if you know new information and then you apply it, then you finally know something. But like I said, if you never apply information, then you're never really getting anywhere, because you're literally doing the same thing. You're never expanding your mind. You're never expanding yourself. You're becoming someone who's boring. You're becoming someone who's never finding anything out. And like this will hurt you in the results that you want to get, because like I said, people look up to the person who looks like he has things figured out, who looks like he knows who knows some things. If that makes sense. And this is, like I said, this is who you're becoming when you decide you're retaining. You're just more enthusiastic. You're known as a scientist. You're known as a magician. You're known as a wizard. You're just becoming more wise in your all-knowing self, and people find this very attractive. If that makes sense. So yes, they will love you on retention. They might even hate you on retention, because some people might get jealous as to the type of vibes that you're giving off. People, like I said, they either love you or they hate you. There's literally no in between. You either get love from people or you get hate from people. There's no in between. So yeah, you will, like I said, you will be known as the man, and you have to carry this energy with you for the rest of your life, because this is the only type of energy. This new energy that you're putting out is going to get you dynamic and very interesting results in your life, if that makes sense. If you like that video, like the video, comment, subscribe, and watch out for my next videos. Also, if you have any questions about self-development, metaphysical, law of attraction, make sure you submit a question down below, and I will do my best to over-deliver. There have been some people who've submitted questions, and I have over-delivered for them. So make sure you do that. And like I said, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.